You're standing in a store, or maybe you're scrolling at 11 p.m. and you see it. You don't need it. You weren't even looking for it. But now that you've seen it, you kind of want it. It's not outrageously priced. It's not going to break you. It's just there. And your brain is already running the justification. I've been working really hard. I deserve a little something. It's on sale anyway. I'll just get it. And you buy it and it shows up. And for about 2 days, it's great. And then it just becomes part of the background of your life. And 3 weeks later, doing that same scroll, you genuinely cannot remember why you needed it so badly. If that is your life, and honestly, it's most people's life, then what I'm about to share is going to save you thousands of dollars and completely change how you think about spending money. Because wealthy people, people who actually build and keep wealth, are not just smarter or luckier or more disciplined than everyone else. They use a 3-second mental filter before every purchase. 3 questions, 3 seconds. And it is the difference between money that builds a future and money that vanishes into stuff you barely remember buying. Stay with me all the way through this, because the third question is the one that nobody talks about, and it is the most powerful of the 3. If this is the kind of content that actually helps, hit subscribe and give this a thumbs up. Now let's get into it. Before I give you the 3 questions, I need to explain why you need them in the first place, because this is not a willpower problem, and I need you to hear that clearly. Every time you see something you want to buy, your brain goes through a process that takes less than a second. The emotional brain, the limbic system, fires first. It produces a feeling, desire, excitement, the anticipation of reward. That feeling arrives before your logical brain has even processed what you're looking at. And the entire retail and technology industry, every app, every store layout, every one-click checkout, every countdown timer, every only 3 left in stock warning is engineered specifically to get you to act on that first feeling before your logical brain catches up. The 3-second rule exists for one purpose: to create a gap between the emotional trigger and the financial decision. 3 seconds is all it takes to activate your logical brain. And in those 3 seconds, 3 questions change everything. Question 1. Is this a want or a need? And am I being honest? This sounds almost insultingly simple, but do you actually ask it honestly? Because our brains are extraordinarily good at converting wants into needs the moment we decide we want something. I need a new phone. Does the current one not make calls? I need new gym clothes. Or are the current ones unwearable? I need this kitchen gadget. How have you cooked this long without it? The wealthy are ruthless about this distinction, not because they're cheap. Many of them spend freely on genuine needs and genuine values-based wants, but they do not allow their brain to quietly reclassify a want as a need to remove the friction from buying it. The test is this: if you had to explain this purchase to someone whose financial opinion you respect, your most financially successful friend, a mentor, a future version of yourself, would you feel slightly embarrassed justifying it as a need? If yes, it's a want. Own that. Wants aren't bad. But knowing you're choosing a want means you're choosing with full awareness. Question 2. How many hours of my life does this cost? This is the question that makes wealthy people genuinely pause, even when they can easily afford something. Here's how it works. Take the price of whatever you're about to buy. Divide it by your hourly take-home pay. Not your salary, your actual after-tax hourly rate. What you get is the real cost in something far more valuable than money: your time. The time cost calculator are real examples. At $20 per hour take-home pay, that $85 dinner out equals 4.25 hours of your life. That $160 sneakers equals 8 hours of your life, a full work day. That $400 weekend getaway equals 20 hours of your life. That $1,200 TV upgrade equals 60 hours, a full work week and a half. Most purchases look completely different when priced in hours instead of dollars. This concept, called time affluence by Harvard Business School researchers, is one of the most powerful tools in behavioral finance. The research shows that people who habitually convert prices into time become dramatically more intentional spenders, not because they become cheap, but because time is a resource the brain values more viscerally than abstract dollar amounts. Now you might be thinking, This will just make me feel guilty about every purchase. And here's the answer. It won't once you calibrate it. A $150 concert you've been looking forward to for months, 4 hours of your life for an unforgettable experience. Easy? Yes. That $150 thing you clicked on impulsively at midnight that you'll forget in a week? 4 hours of your life for something you won't remember owning. Easy pass. The question doesn't eliminate spending. It makes every yes intentional. Question 3. Does this move me toward my life or away from it? This is the one. This is the question most financial advice completely skips, and it is the one that separates truly wealthy thinking from just being cheap. Let me explain what I mean. Wealthy people are not people who never spend money. They are people whose spending is aligned with their actual values and actual goals, not just their in-the-moment feelings. Does this move me toward my life or away from it? Is not asking whether you can afford it. It's asking whether this purchase is consistent with the person you are actively trying to become, the life you are actively trying to build. If your goal is financial independence at 50, does buying a $700 monthly car payment move you toward that life or away from it? If your goal is starting a business in 2 years, does that impulse weekend trip on a credit card move you toward that life or away from it? But here's what makes this question different from typical financial guilt. It also validates good spending. That $300 course that teaches you a valuable skill toward your life. That $80 dinner with people who genuinely matter to you toward your life. That $500 investment in equipment for a side project you're building absolutely toward your life. The question is not, is this responsible? The question is this mine? Meaning, is this aligned with your actual goals, or is it just responding to a feeling that a billion-dollar marketing machine created 3 seconds ago? Priya was what you'd call a reasonable spender. Not reckless, not in serious debt. She bought things when she could afford them, which felt like the right standard. Her savings were okay. Her investment account existed, but was barely growing. Then a mentor introduced her to the 3-second rule, and Priya started running all 3 questions on every non-essential purchase for 30 days. The results surprised her. It wasn't that she suddenly stopped spending, it's that she started spending differently. She passed on $60 here, $120 there, $200 somewhere else, things she would have bought automatically that didn't survive question 1 or question 2, but she said yes freely to things that passed. Question 3. A strength training program she'd been putting off, a weekend trip with her sister she'd been delaying, a course that moved her career forward. At the end of 30 days, Priya had spent less money and felt better about every dollar she'd spent. She redirected the difference, $380 that month, into her investment account. She automated it for every month after. Priya didn't become a different person. She didn't give up the things she loved. She just stopped spending on autopilot and started spending on purpose. Here is the practical takeaway. Simple, immediate, and it will change your finances if you actually do it. The 3-second rule. Your complete system before every non-essential purchase, any purchase you didn't plan in advance, ask second 1. Want or need, and am I being honest? Second 2, how many hours of my life does this cost? Second 3, does this move me toward my life or away from it? If it passes all 3, buy it with 0 guilt, full yes. If it fails 1, pause. Sleep on it. Reconsider tomorrow. If it fails 2 or more, put it down. Future, you just kept a piece of their life. Here is your challenge. For the next 30 days, just 30 days, apply the 3-second rule to every non-essential purchase. Write down what passed and what didn't. Track how much you redirect. At the end of the 30 days, I want you to come back to this video. Check the comments and tell me your number, because here's the truth about wealthy people that most financial content never tells you. Their secret is not a hot stock. It is not some investment strategy that isn't available to you. It is consistently, quietly making intentional decisions at the exact moment when most people are making unconscious ones. 3 seconds, 3 questions, thousands of dollars a year, hundreds of thousands of dollars over a lifetime. That is the compounded value of a pause. You now have the filter. You know the questions. You know how to use them. The only thing left is to actually use them, starting with the next thing you think about buying today. Don't spend on autopilot anymore. Every dollar deserves 3 seconds, and every 3 seconds can change where you end up.
If this video shifted something for you today, hit the like button. 1 second. Genuinely helps us reach more people who need it. Subscribe for a new video every week. Real money psychology, real math. No fluff. Just the thinking that actually builds wealth. See you in the next one. Ask better questions, build better wealth.